everyone, welcome back to another deep dive. Today we're going to be taking a look at XRP.
XRP!
Yeah, you know that one that people are always talking about, and we've got some interesting articles here.
Yeah.
A lot of data. And we're seeing some pretty interesting trends.
Absolutely.
Legal battles are going on some very bullish predictions and some on-chain metrics that suggest XRP might be gearing up for a rally.
That's right.
So let's dive right in.
Yeah, what's really fascinating to me right now is how we've got things kind of converging both inside and outside of the crypto world. You know, we have David Sachs, who was appointed by former President Trump to be kind of the crypto czar. He's zeroing in on stablecoin regulation.
Oh, really?
And so you might think, what does that have to do with XRP? Well, It's actually more connected than you might think.
Yeah, I mean, Ripple, the company behind XRP, they have their own stablecoin called RLUSD.
That's right.
And, you know, stablecoins, for anyone who might not be familiar, they're cryptocurrencies that are designed to maintain a stable value.
Right.
Usually pegged to something like the US dollar and RLUSD. It's gaining some serious traction.
It is.
We're seeing new partnerships popping up, exchange listings, left and right.
Absolutely. And this is significant because stablecoins are increasingly seen as a key bridge between the traditional finance world and the crypto world.
Right.
And so if Sachs pushes through stablecoin regulation, it could bring more stability and mainstream acceptance to the entire sector, and that could benefit RLUSD and by association XRP.
Interesting.
So you can imagine a world where major institutions start feeling comfortable dipping their toes into crypto because stablecoins offer that familiar regulated feel.
Right.
That's the potential we're talking about here.
Yeah, that's really interesting. So let's shift gears a little bit and talk about something that's been hanging over XRP's head for years now, and that is the SEC lawsuit against Ripple.
Yeah, the elephant in the room.
It's been a major cloud, but there's some recent developments that suggest the tide might be turning.
Yeah, things seem to be shifting a little bit. The judge overseeing the case has been moved to a different department, and pro-crypto Mark Uyeda has replaced Gary Gensler as SEC chair.
Interesting.
Even Ripple's CTO is expressing optimism about these changes.
Wow.
You know, we could be looking at a shift in the SEC's approach to crypto, and that could have a major impact on the outcome of this lawsuit.
Yeah, and you know, what a favorable ruling.
Huge.
Could be a total game changer for XRP's price. But we'll get into those predictions a little bit later.
Yeah.
First, let's dive into some of the on-chain metrics, because those are painting a pretty interesting picture as well.
Definitely. Let's take a look at that.
Okay.
So yeah, let's get into those on-chain metrics, because they're telling a pretty compelling story.
Yeah. What are we seeing?
Well, a couple things. You know, first off, we see funding rates. They've flipped from negative to positive for the first time in 3 months. So that means that traders are increasingly willing to pay a premium to hold those long positions, which indicates a bullish outlook.
Oh, wow. That's a definite, that's a shift in sentiment for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
What else are we seeing?
We're also seeing a noticeable uptick in both active addresses and the number of XRP holders.
Okay.
Active addresses on the XRP ledger have jumped 25% in the last month alone.
Wow.
And the number of unique wallets holding XRP just hit an all-time high.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, so this suggests growing engagement and adoption within the XRP ecosystem.
Yeah, more people are using and holding it. That's a strong signal.
It is.
What about the total value locked TVL on the XRP ledger? How's that looking?
Yeah, TVL, it's holding strong, which is a positive sign.
Okay.
Remember that TVL represents the total amount of assets locked in decentralized finance protocols on a particular blockchain.
Right.
So a strong TVL usually indicates confidence in the ecosystem. Now, it is worth noting that the TVL on XRP ledger is down about 15% from its peak a few months ago, but it's still significantly higher than it was a year ago.
So overall, it's looking pretty bullish then. Based on these on-chain metrics, we've got positive funding rates, increasing active addresses and holders, and a pretty healthy TVL.
Yep.
Seems like the market's starting to price in some of those potential positive outcomes we discussed earlier, like a favorable ruling in the SEC case.
Yeah, absolutely. And this positive on-chain data aligns with some of the price predictions we're seeing from analysts. Some are saying that XRP could rally as much as 16% in the coming weeks.
Wow.
With potential resistance around the $2.78 to $2.82 range.
And those resistance levels are interesting because they align with some previous price peaks.
Yeah.
Back in May and July of last year.
That's right.
So if XRP can break through those levels, it could signal a significant shift in momentum.
Right.
But before we get too carried away, you know, with all this bullish talk, we got to address the Bitcoin factor.
Right. We can't ignore the elephant in the room, or should I say the Bitcoin in the room.
Right.
As you know, XRP's price is highly correlated with Bitcoin, meaning Bitcoin's price movements heavily influence XRP's price.
So even if XRP's individual outlook is positive, a sudden crash in Bitcoin could drag XRP's price down with it.
Yep.
This just highlights how interconnected the crypto market is and the importance of keeping an eye on those broader market trends.
Exactly. While XRP may have its own unique catalyst, it's still part of the larger cryptocurrency ecosystem.
Right.
And that ecosystem is heavily influenced by Bitcoin.
So we've covered a lot of ground today, everything from stablecoin regulation and its potential impact on XRP to the ongoing SEC lawsuit and the latest on-chain metrics. What do you think is the most crucial takeaway from all of this for someone who's trying to understand where XRP might be headed?
Well, I think what's really interesting is how these seemingly separate narratives are all kind of intertwined. You know, the push for stablecoin regulation, if it's successful, it could create a more favorable environment for crypto as a whole.
Right. And that could indirectly benefit XRP, especially if Ripple's RLUSD stablecoin gains traction.
Right.
And then you've got the SEC lawsuit, which is a constant source of uncertainty, but a positive outcome for Ripple could be a massive catalyst for XRP's price.
Yeah.
And then finally, you've got those on-chain metrics, which are giving us a glimpse into market sentiment. And right now, it seems like that sentiment is shifting towards optimism.
Yeah, it's like all these pieces are moving on a chessboard, and we're trying to anticipate that next move.
Right.
But there's one piece that always seems to have the power to disrupt the game, and that's Bitcoin.
Exactly. The Bitcoin correlation, you know, it's a reminder that no cryptocurrency exists in a vacuum.
Right.
Even if XRP has its own tailwinds, a sudden storm in the Bitcoin market could easily change the course.
That's true. So it's important to stay informed about both the individual factors affecting a particular cryptocurrency and the broader market trends.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's leave our listeners with a thought-provoking question.
We talked about stablecoins potentially bridging the gap between traditional finance and the crypto world.
Right.
So if that bridge becomes more established and widely used, could XRP and its associated RLUSD stablecoin play a significant role in this new financial landscape? What do you think?
It's a really intriguing question, and it's one that we'll be watching closely. You know, the evolution of finance is happening right before our eyes.
It really is.
And it's fascinating to see how cryptocurrencies like XRP might fit into this evolving picture.
Absolutely. Well, that is a wrap on our deep dive into XRP. I hope you enjoyed it.
I did.
If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to head over to our channel, CoinTalk Podcast.
Yeah.
And let us know what you think. What are your predictions for XRP? Do you think it's poised for a breakout? Let's keep the conversation going.
Yeah. And while you're there, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with your friends who are interested in the world of crypto. We appreciate your support.
Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and keep exploring the fascinating world of crypto.